Hi, I'm Richard Redmond, and you're watching The Play's the Thing. This story, Walking the Line, is about two old friends who grew up together in the rough streets of New York City. They made a vow to be friends forever, through thick and thin. As they got older, they went their separate ways. Vito, a gangster on the opposite side of the law, and Jimmy, a cop on the side of the law. In between them, a thin line.
Hello? Who? Jimmy? Jimmy who? Jimmy Andrews. Hey, buddy, how are you? Sure, I'd love to see you. Hey, listen, I'm out sailing, and it's not good to sell and sail. So let's get together. Tomorrow would be great. Meet me at the yacht club. Sure, we'll go for a sail. See ya. Jimmy Andrews? I don't believe it.
Yeah, I was just out for a morning sail. Nothing like the wind in my hair or the smell of the open waters to get the blood flowing. You gotta go with me one day. Okay. Okay. You know where to bring the money. Bye. Fingers.
Here, Mr. Genie, your share to take, just like we agreed.
How much is here?
2,000. 10% of the take. I was managed to fence the merchandise for 20,000.
Okay, Fingers, I trust you. I know you wouldn't cheat me.
It's all there. You'll get your share in the next heist.
Got some plans?
I got a few irons in the fire.
You mind telling me?
No disrespect to you, but the lease said the lease gets leaked out.
Do you think I would tell anybody?
No, not that. It's just that over the years I learned to keep my mouth shut until I'm ready.
Okay, no offense taken. I understand. See you soon.
Okay, take care now. Thank you. Okay.
Well, Cindy, looks like you're next.
Good morning, Vito. I see you still have the money coming pouring in.
There's nothing better than the smell of money. It smells like a fresh ocean breeze. So what can you do for me?
Well, I'm here to bring you some more fresh ocean breeze. Here, take a whiff of that.
No, he won't have that. No, he won't have that. Hey, we're going to be on the boat anyhow. Right. What do we clip him, you know? Right. Hey, that's what
Hey, excuse me. Sorry about that.
No problem. Fingers. Is that you? I thought so.
Hey, Detective Andrews, imagine meeting you here. I thought you was retired.
I am. I thought you were doing time.
Nah, I did my stretch. I'm out now. Keeping my nose clean.
I wouldn't lay any money down on that.
Honest to God, cross my heart, I'm clean.
Fingers, you're kinda never clean.
Yeah, well, I gotta go.
Hey, Fingers,
What?
give it back.
Give what back?
You know. What are you, playing us for a fool? This is Detective Eric Hunt. He's still on a job. Homicide. Give it over.
What?
Yeah, sorry about that, Detective. You must have dropped it when I bumped into you. I picked it up for you. Sorry about that.
Fingers, if I was you, I'd get my tail out of here in a hurry.
Yeah, I gotta go. Take care.
Who was that?
He's a pickpocket. He could pick your nose and you wouldn't feel it. Best in the business. If he's here with dealing with Vito, he must have branched out.
Well, I never felt him take the wallet.
Okay, Kevin, you know what to do with the money.
You know I know what to do.
So I told the John, if he came back again, I'd have his kneecaps broken.
If he gives you any trouble, I'm a phone call away. Jimmy!
Vito!
How are you? Good to see you. How long has it been? 2 years?
5 years.
5. Man, time flies. Who's your friend?
This is Detective Eric.
Hi.
Detective. Jimmy, you should have known better.
Don't worry, he's in homicide. He's not interested in you.
Why would he be interested in me? I've been keeping my nose clean.
You know, that's the second time today that I've heard that. Second time.
Come on, sit down. Let's talk over old times. Cindy, this is Detective Jimmy Andrews.
Detective?
Retired? Pleased to meet your acquaintance.
Meet my acquaintance. Vito, you never told me you knew people who knew how to talk like gentlemen.
And this is Detective, what's your name?
Eric.
Why do you look familiar?
Yeah, I got that kind of face.
Another detective? Retired?
No, on the job. Pleased to meet you.
Him I've got to watch out for.
I've heard of a Cindy. She runs a bunch of nail salons and so-called massage parlors.
That's her.
What's the name?
Cindy's Nail and Massage Spa.
Oh, yeah. I've passed some of your establishments.
Yes, Cindy's a business partner of mine.
Business partner, Vito, I didn't know you weren't legit.
Jimmy, you know, Social Security won't pay all my expenses.
Come on, a member of this yacht club? I thought you said you were keeping your nose clean.
Hey, I run a legitimate business, mister.
I never said you didn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's not get into a squabble. You know, Cindy, Jimmy and I grew up in New York City, Lower East Side. We've been through a lot of scrapes together.
So you two are friends?
Best friends in another lifetime.
Friends for life. Remember, Jimmy, we shook hands, made a pact. Friends for life, no matter what. Oh, those were the good old days.
You guys ever see that movie, Angels with Dirty Faces? That's us.
Can't say I did.
No.
With Jimmy Cadney and Pat O'Brien?
Who?
You're too young to know. In the movie, two guys were best friends. Up to no good. One guy gets caught, gets sent to prison, and becomes a gangster. The other guy doesn't get caught, gets away, and becomes a priest.
Only I became a cop instead of a priest.
Jimmy, I didn't know you had a dark side to you.
Well, you heard that old saying, there's a fine line between cops and criminals? It all depends what side of the line you're on.
Or if you're standing on the line, right, Jimmy?
Well, gentlemen, I've got to leave. I have a business to run. It was very nice meeting you. You're cute. Why don't you come and see me sometime? I give discounts to our men in blue.
Oh, my nails are just fine.
Who said anything about nails?
Down, boy. She's too hot to handle.
Goodbye, Vito. I'll see you again next week.
Bye, Cindy. I was surprised when you called me.
I want to thank you for sending in flowers at Catherine's funeral.
But when I heard of her death, I figured it was the least thing I could do. I know you didn't want me there, especially with all your cop friends around.
Yeah, I would have had a little explaining to do.
How long were you guys married?
40 years.
Wow. I also read about your daughter's car accident. Head on. Died instantly.
Yeah, at least she didn't suffer.
You know, I always liked Susan. She was my favorite one of your kids.
Susan was Eric's wife. His last name is Hunt.
Oh, I thought I recognized you. Hunt. That was Susan's married name. So you're Jimmy's son-in-law. Sorry about your wife.
Well, thanks. It's been a while, but you never get over it.
So Jimmy, why are you here? You could have thanked me in a phone call.
I don't know. I was, thinking of the old times, the old neighborhood, and now with Catherine gone, I had nothing to do.
So why the escort?
Well, I told him I was coming here. He used to sail, so I figured he'd be interested in going out for a ride.
How long you been sailing?
Well, I learned when I was young. My dad used to have a boat, but now he's gone, sold the boat, and it's been a while since I've been out sailing. So when Jimmy said he was coming here, I thought it might be nice to get my feet wet again.
Watch out, it's addictive.
You don't have to tell me.
So what do you say we go out for a sail?
Now?
Well, not now. Tomorrow. I've got some business to take care of, but tomorrow the tide will be just right. You meet me here and we'll go sailing.
Well then, ship ahoy, mate.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, boys, here she is. Eric, you can give me a hand with her.
No problem.
Isn't it great, guys? Day of sailing. Couldn't be better.
Not bad at all.
Wow. This is living out here.
Yeah.
Beautifully clear, fresh air.
I think you're starting to luck a little.
Not
Yeah.
too windy either.
Let's pull that jib in a little bit. Guys, isn't it great? A day of sailing. Couldn't be better.
Vito, you do this all the time?
I enjoy it. I go out for a sail every day.
Oh,
Very
you
nice.
got the life, Vito. You got the life.
I'm retired, man, you know.
Yeah.
Living the life.
That's good. That's
hey, Jimmy,
good.
you got to come again with me out here. This is beautiful.
Oh yeah, Eric and I will come.
Eric, you're a sailor. You're going to be out here with me and enjoy it.
I've sailed a little. I've sailed a bit.
Well, I think that's why we're out here, because Eric wanted to, get back in the groove, Vito. You know what I mean?
So I'm sure he's going to love it so much today. He's going to want to come back time and time again. Isn't it great, guys? Day of sailing. Couldn't be better.
You know, Vito, we've been friends for life.
Yeah.
Good friends like us should always be able to trust each other. All the years I was involved as a cop, I never got involved in your various illegal activities. It wasn't in my district, so I didn't care. I had enough criminals to go after.
I really appreciated that. I tried to stay out of your way.
But you broke that trust.
What do you mean?
When Catherine was dying on her deathbed, she told me about a secret she had hidden from me for years. She was afraid something was going to happen. Something that I would do. Something that would maybe cost me my job, or maybe she even feared that I would get killed.
What was that?
She said it ate away at her and Susan for years.
I don't get what you're driving at.
She told me about Susan. It seems years ago she saw you in a bar one night when she was out with her friends.
It was just before me and Susan got engaged.
She was drinking and she got a little drunk. Her friends wanted to get a little high on coke. She didn't want to be a party pooper. You know how kids are. So she asked you to hook her up. You got them the cocaine, you gave it to her, and they snorted up and got a little thrill. When she wanted to leave the bar, it was raining, and you offered to drive her home. Now, she knew you from when she was a kid, and you were a friend of mine, so she trusted you. She didn't hesitate to accept. On the drive home, you blackmailed her. You told her you would tell me about the coke, report it to the police, and she'd get in trouble.
Jimmy, Eric, I can explain. She came to me asking for the coke. I didn't want to hook her up, but she insisted. Didn't want to look like a fool in front of her friends.
You asked her to make a few runs for you to pay for the cocaine you gave them, making my daughter a drug runner. What if she got caught? She was a nervous wreck over it.
I didn't mean any harm, but I had to pay for the coke. So my supplier came to me asking for a favor.
She came home one night. She was crying. Catherine knew something was wrong. She asked her what happened. I was away on a case for a few days. Susan told her everything. She even thought that maybe it was her fault. They both decided to keep it a secret from Eric and me. Catherine went by herself to see you and beg you to let Susan off the hook.
All the years we were married, she never said anything to me. I never knew, because if I did, you wouldn't be here today.
Catherine didn't want to tell me about it. She was afraid I would go after you and get rubbed out.
Jimmy, Eric, I never meant any harm. But that was years ago. I felt regrets afterwards, but what's done is done. I was drunk a little myself, but she insisted.
Insisted?
What did she know? She was just a kid. She was afraid of you. She was afraid to tell me about it. Dad, I'm running drugs for your friend Vito?
All I can say is I'm sorry.
Sorry don't cut it, Vito. Not this time. By the way, who gave you the coke?
Cindy.
Cindy?
Eric, you got the piece?
Jimmy, what are you going to do with that? Just keep your head, man.
You sure this piece is untraceable?
Oh, don't worry. I took it out of the evidence room. No one knows. It was used before on a mob hit.
Jimmy, you get caught. What happens then?
No worry. We got it all worked out. If they ever recover your body, they'll chalk it up to a mob hit. They won't waste time looking for anyone. I'll make sure.
Since the currents in this area of the river are strong, they'll take your body right out to sea.
Jimmy, please. I beg you, please don't.
Vito, you went too far. We were friends. You crossed the line. You broke the rule. You involved my family.
Jimmy, remember, we were friends for life. Remember the vow we took. Friends for life, through thick and thin.
Well, I'm ending the friendship. Friends for life. The friendship is over.
Jimmy!
Let me put this back in the evidence room.
Yeah, throw him overboard. I never thought it would end like this.
Well, I guess that fine line between a cop and a criminal is getting thinner. Let me dump the body. Well, it's over. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Well, Eric, I guess you crossed the line today.
As I see it, I'm walking the line.
Well, we better get back. Tie this boat up. We gotta get out of here. Are you sure you can sail it back?
No problem. I've sailed many a boat. Let's go home. I'm going to have a talk with Cindy.
You're not thinking of...
Knocking her off? Jimmy. I'm a cop.
Eric, I see you done some sailing. You know what you're doing a little bit, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah,
A
good.
little bit.
Good for you. I'm glad it's over.
Well, it's not really over until we've made port and gotten away. Oh, and by the way, we never speak of this again.
It never happened. It's over. That's it. It's over.
Behind the scenes, walk the line. Hey, give it walk the plank. Let's get some praises for Tom.
Ahoy! Rockland County!
Here comes Eric.
Oh, we've discovered land! Rockland County! There goes,
And now, for the Mike, you know I know what to do. Okay, cut. Action.
I forget where.
Up next, a short scene from the play An Enemy of the People by Henrik Ibsen. This scene is between Dr. Thomas Stockman and his brother Peter Stockman, who is the mayor of the town. Now, Dr. Stockman is the medical officer of the town baths, which provide a source of revenue for the town from tourists. Now, Dr. Stockman has just discovered that the bath's drainage system is seriously contaminated, and he has alerted members of the community. His brother wishes him to retract his findings, considering the financial damage his reports will cause. The public has no need for new ideas. The public gets on best with good old recognized ideas it has already. Yes, I must speak frankly to you for once. I've tried to avoid it, for I know how irritable you are. But now I must tell you the truth, Thomas. You have no conception of how much you injure yourself by your officiousness. You complain of the authorities, of the government itself. You cry them down and maintain that you have been slighted, persecuted. But what else can you expect with your impossible disposition? Yes, Thomas, you are an impossible man to work with. I know that from experience. You have no consideration for anyone or anything. You seem to quite forget you have me to thank for this job. You have me to thank for your position as medical officer of the baths. And I can see that you are seeking an outlet for your pugnacity. You want to make an onslaught of your superiors. That is an old habit of yours. You cannot endure any authority over you. You look askance at anyone who holds a higher post than you. You regard him as a personal enemy. And then you care nothing what kind of weapon you use against him. I have shown you how much is at stake for the town and consequently for me too. And therefore, I warn you, Thomas, that I am inexorable in the demand I am about to make of you, as you have not had the sense to refrain from chattering to outsiders about this delicate business, which should have been kept an official secret, of course. It cannot now be hushed up. All sorts of rumors will get abroad, and evil-disposed persons will invent all sorts of additions to them. It will therefore be necessary for you publicly to contradict these rumors. We expect that, after further investigation, you will come to the conclusion that the affair is not nearly so serious or pressing as you had at first imagined. And furthermore, we expect you to express your confidence that the Board of Directors will thoroughly and conscientiously carry out all measures for the remedying of any possible defects. The matter in question is not a purely scientific one. It's a complex affair. It has both a technical and an economic side. You may speak your mind as you please, so long as it does not concern the baths. But I cannot allow you to interfere with the town's chief source of prosperity. As a subordinate official, you have no right to express any conviction at odds with that of your superiors. If you do so, I will be unable to prevent your dismissal from the baths. You have had your warning now. Reflect on what is due to yourself and your family. Goodbye.
Make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'll make it up day by day. Just say you love me like you used to, and make the world go away. Oh, make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Do you remember when you loved me before the world took me astray? Well, if you do, then forgive me and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world